क्या है? द मीनिंग ऑफ एयर पोल्यूशन है जहाँ पे भी कोई भी क्वांटिटेटिव एज वेल एज क्वालिटेटिव चेंज होता है नॉर्मल कॉम्पोजिशन ऑफ एयर में, तो वो एयर पोल्यूशन कॉज करता है. ओके, so now qualitative is understood that any kind of pollution in the air. What is quantitative? Okay, so if there is any mixture of any solid thing also in the air, okay, and or some of the gaseous substances that the solid just turns into gaseous, और वो ऐसी substance है जो कि pollution cause कर सकते हैं. So in that case that becomes your quantity. Okay, कि मतलब in what quantity the mixture is being used and to what quantity the pollution has been increased. Okay, with time. So that any change in the air which is quantitative as well as qualitative is your air pollution, and which is injurious to humans, plants, animals or property. ह्यूमन एनिमल्स और प्लांट्स का तो पता है कि वो रेस्पिरेटरी की वजह से उनको इश्यू हो सकती है. ओके, नाउ व्हाई प्रॉपर्टी बिकॉज ताजमहल का केस था. ओके, ताजमहल का जो केस था इट वाज ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ एयर पोल्यूशन. the half of the part got black. Okay, just turning yellow rather. So वो येलो टर्न होने की वजह से and our monument getting affected because of air pollution. It is said that the air pollution not only affects the human, plants and animals, but it also affects the property. The major air pollutant particles कौन से होते हैं? First is the sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide और ammonia. ये सबसे ज्यादा कॉज करते हैं आपका air pollution. Okay? And the causes. First cause is suspended particulate matters. What is suspended particulate matters is जो आपका फर्स्ट आपके पोल्यूशन कौन से टाइप्स के हो सकते हैं? इधर इट कैन बी इन सॉलिड फॉर्म और लिक्विड फॉर्म और गैसियस फॉर्म. ये तीन फॉर्म से पोल्यूट हो सकता है एनवायरनमेंट. तो व्हेन इट इज इन सॉलिड फॉर्म एज वेल एज लिक्विड फॉर्म, ओके, ये दो फॉर्म से अगर आपका एनवायरनमेंट अफेक्ट हो रहा है सॉलिड फॉर्म से और लिक्विड फॉर्म से, तो वो हो जाएगा आपका सस्पेंडेड पर्टिकुलर मैटर्स. ओके, so any cause of air pollution that is because of your solid substance or your liquid substance that comes under your suspended particular matters. अब ये suspended particular matters कैसे दो सोर्स के होते हैं? एक होता है नेचुरल सोर्स जो कि नेचुरली आया, और एक होता है मैन मेड सोर्स. जो सस्पेंडेड पर्टिकुलर मैटर्स जो पोल्यूट हो रहा है एनवायरनमेंट, एयर पोल्यूशन हो रहा है, दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द नेचुरल सोर्स और इधर मैन मेड सोर्स. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द नेचुरल सोर्स इट इज वोल्केनिक इरप्शन, तो लावा इरप्शन होता है. सो इट इज एनी काइंड ऑफ वोल्केनिक इरप्शन दैट इज नेचुरली बर्स्टिंग ऑफ रॉक. So that is your volcanic eruptions, the lava coming out that is injurious to our health and that is so hazardous to our life. So such a source that is naturally coming because of a solid and a liquid substance, that is your natural source. Okay. When we talk about man-made source, it is industries. Industries सबसे ज़्यादा solid और liquid effluents में involve होता है. जैसे the solid or liquid coming out of the effluents of the industry. So these causes a lot of air pollution when it mixes in the air. Okay. So these are your suspended particulate matters that causes air pollution. Now we talk about gaseous pollutant. Gaseous pollutant में also there is a natural source as well as one man-made source. When you talk about the natural source, जो forest fires होते हैं, when there's a fire in a forest, it creates there's a lot of black smoke coming out. Okay, so that is your natural source. जो naturally जब आग लग जाती है पूरे forest में, और वो जो gaseous pollutant that it plays out, that creates your air pollution. And the man-made source is burning of wood. When you burn wood, there's the same black smoke coming out, and that too creates a lot of air pollution and injurious to health. Okay. I'll have a quick revision. First was your Air Prevention and Control Pollution Act 1981. इसका मीनिंग क्या है एयर पोल्यूशन का? any quantitative or qualitative change in the normal composition of air, कोई भी quantity या quality में change होता है normal composition of air में, which is injurious to human, plants or property. ये तीनों के लिए, ये चारों के लिए harmful है. Human, plants and animals is understood that they have respiration, so उसकी वजह से air pollution affects them. Property का, it is the case of Taj Mahal. The way Taj Mahal was being affected due to the pollution, the same way the property of the individual gets affected because of air pollution. Major air pollution comes as sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide और ammonia. अब इनके causes क्या हैं? Causes of air pollution क्या होता है? First is the suspended particulate matter. जहाँ पे आपका solid, so effects of and then is your suspended particulate matter includes solid as well as liquid. Solid as well as liquid is जब कोई natural source, okay, जब कोई natural source से होता है वो, whether is volcanic eruption, कोई man-made source से होता है जैसे industry, जब industry से जो effluents निकलते हैं, so that is a man-made source of suspended particulate matter, okay, and a source of air pollution. The second source is the gaseous pollution. जब कोई नेचुरल सोर्स से होता है जैसे फॉरेस्ट फायर्स, फॉरेस्ट में आग लग गया है, स्मोक कमिंग आउट कॉजेज एयर पोल्यूशन. मैन मेड तो उससे बर्निंग ऑफ वुड, आप खुद ही बर्न करो वुड को एंड देन द स्मोक दैट कम्स आउट, दैट इज अगेन अ सोर्स ऑफ एयर पोल्यूशन. ओके, नाउ वी कम टू द इफेक्ट. The effects of air pollution is first harmful for aquatic life. It is harmful for aquatic life because aquatic life have their the life of the aquatic gets affected because जब air से कोई भी water mix होता है and that water enters into the aquatic life, it becomes harmful for them. Through rains, when the air mixes the water and then the droplets coming down, that affects the aquatic animals, aquatic plants and their life. Okay, so when there's air pollution, that has an effect on the aquatic life. Effect on the material. Okay, अब जैसे जो भी the material that we say the residing, the place we are residing, the property we are residing in, or the Taj Mahal case as I told you, or any material that is being used. Okay, अगर हमें कोई material use करना है हमारे लिए और say for factories, and such materials get affected because of air pollution, and it gets affected the same way that when it mixes with the air and then it comes down through rain, or if not through rain, it is the pollution enters the material and the gaseous substance enters the material and it affects the material, causing air pollution. Okay, respiratory problems in humans. Respiratory problems in human, we have taken an example of Mahul case. इंडस्ट्रीज की वजह से जो रेस्पिरेटरी डिजीजेस हो रहे थे, जो इश्यूज हो रहे थे, पीपल रिसाइडिंग नियर बाय. So the same way, when there's a pollution in the environment, it becomes difficult to breathe. Okay, so then you don't have Article 21 also gets affected because you don't have you have a right to life, wherein that should include a right to life with free air. Okay, so वो right to life को affect ना होने के लिए there should be the air pollution should be avoided, because the effects are that it has respiratory problems in humans and leading to many diseases, lung diseases. Okay, then you have aesthetic loss. Aesthetic loss is that where there is a loss of say there's no proper global warming. Okay, and it also includes that. Okay, aesthetic loss. So aesthetic loss is that where the beauty gets affected. Okay, जो global warming की वजह से when we follow global warming, we also take care of the aesthetic loss. जो beauty should not get affected. So through air pollution, there is a aesthetic loss, there is a beauty loss. Okay, मतलब जैसे if you know there's a forest fire, or if we take an example of Taj Mahal here also, so that is an aesthetic loss, that is a loss of beauty. So that affects the beauty also. Global warming is the greenhouse gases. The greenhouse gases, we avoid that, so that there is a global warming around. Okay, so air pollution affects the global warming as well. Then you have a control measures. What are the control measures of air pollution? First is your renewable source as an alternative. Okay, जो renewable sources कौन से होते हैं जो कि we can we should always have a alternative जो कि खत्म ना हो जाए. Okay, that can be reused. So we should always have alternatives that are renewable that can be reused. That rather than having non-renewable resources जो हमें पता है कि हमारी सस्टेनेबिलिटी डेवलपमेंट को अफेक्ट करेंगे. सस्टेनेबिलिटी डेवलपमेंट इज जो हमें फ्यूचर जनरेशंस के लिए भी रखने हैं. वी जस्ट डोंट वांट देम टू finish it by our usage only. So the control measure is that renewable resource should be an alternative. Okay. Then is your substantial mobility. Substantial mobility is that we should only not we should not prefer कि हम सिर्फ कार में घूम रहे हैं and we are in our own vehicles जो कि air pollution cause करे smoke उसकी. Substantial mobility is that we prefer walking, we prefer taking we prefer using our cycles, so that doesn't causes air pollution. Okay, so that is your substantial mobility. Then is your plantation. आप जितनी plantation करोगे, the nature of trees is that it gives out oxygen and it takes all the carbon dioxide. So the more the plantation is being done, the more you can save yourself from the air being polluted. Am I audible, students?
Yes.
Nuclear explosion and wars should be stopped. Okay, जब nuclear explosion होता है, जब wars होते हैं, तो in that case there is a loss of human and as well as loss of the environment also, because जितने the kind of explosions that being done in the war, the kind of overall environment getting affected because of the wars should be stopped, because that doesn't only affect the nation's the overall development of the nation, but it also affects the environment, causing a long time effect on it. So nuclear explosions and wars should be avoided. Modification of process or equipment alteration. Modification of process as in जैसे पहले we used to do everything on by burning woods. We used to prepare our food, and so that has been stopped and now converted into gas cylinders. Okay, so these modification of process and equipment alteration can also act as a control measure. Okay, any doubts as of now?
No.
सिर्फ एक ही जन को पढ़ा रही हूँ मैं यहाँ पे. So air pollution is, you learn with the meaning, the causes, the effect and the control measures. Now you come to the introduction. Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981 was passed by the Parliament, okay, under Article 253 of the Constitution of India. ये एक्ट कब पास हुआ था? 1981 में, स्टॉकहोम कॉन्फ्रेंस के बाद. was passed by the Parliament under Article 253 of the Constitution of India. The 253 was a constitution saying that Water Prevention and Control Act 1981 has to be passed. The act was passed to implement the decision taken at the United Nations Conference on Human Environment held at Stockholm in June 72. So all the acts related to environment is being passed after the Stockholm Conference. That was in 1972. Okay. The Air Act came into force on 16th May 1981 and extended to whole of India. So this act came into force on 16th of May. ठीक है? इसका main object क्या था? The main object of the act are to provide for prevention, control and abatement of air pollution. So it is firstly you have to prevent it, control and abate air pollution. Okay? आपको air pollution को stop करना है, उसकी prevention करनी है, instead of proper control of it. To establish central and state board to implement the objectives of the act. This is what we had done in water pollution also, to establish the central and the state board so that implements the objectives, that accomplishes or implements the objectives of the Air Act. then you have to confer on and assign to such board necessary powers to prevent air pollution. जैसे power to take samples or power to furnish information, all that we had done in water pollution. The same here कि अगर हम air pollution के लिए we have to assign to the boards, the state board, the central board, necessary powers to prevent air pollution. Okay, and along with this board, we have local authorities also, to whom there has been power given to prevent air pollution. To lay down standards for maintaining good quality of air in the country. आप ऐसे standards lay down करो that you have a you have a standards being set that will maintain the quality of air. Okay. Now this powers and functions of central board. Central board के पास कौन से in the section 60. Advise the central government. Okay. Here the central board का सब ये हमने water pollution में भी किया था. So I have given just in short. Your powers and functions includes your advising to the central government. मतलब central board central government को advise करता रहेगा for any changes or any prevention or any control or any abatement of air pollution. Okay. Then there's a nationwide program. Yesterday, as we had discussed, when we talk about central or we talk about any functions or powers of the central board or the central government, that has to include the nation. So when we talk about the nationwide program, nationwide program will always include the powers and functions of the central board because it is working for the entire nation. So it should have such functions जो कि nationwide follow हो. So such nationwide program is their function. Coordinating with the boards. Coordinate with the boards कौन से? जो state boards and जो local authorities हैं, to coordinate with them as a power and functions of the central board. Technical assistance and guidance to state board. Central government क्या करेगा? Firstly, it has a set of rules for the state government, okay, and the state board. The state board को proper assistance and guidance will be done by the central board, as there are many rules passed by them for the state board as well. So their assistance and guidance will also will be done by the central board. Then information dissemination. Information dissemination is that if there is any air pollution area, or if there is anywhere if any person is finding out that there is a mixture of anything being done, or there is some industries which are creating air pollution, or there is any XYZ thing that is affecting the environment, that information has to be given to the central board or the state. So such information dissemination has, and to have a proper control on it or abate it is the power and functions of the central board. Then plan and organize training. Abhi training किनको मिलेगी? Training will be for the people who are working for the control and taking proper measures of how to control air pollution. So, and who have been setting up, who have to be in the laboratories for the testing. Such people have to be trained, and the planning has to be done and organized in the same manner, considering all the factors of air pollution. Then mass media program. Mass media program is where there. Am I audible, student?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Mass media program is that when the media is going to show more of the acts being happening, and how the environment is getting affected, and how the what is the ecosystem today. So everything related to the ecology, related to the environment, when people are aware about, and what measures has to be taken by people. So ये सारी चीजों को include करेगा mass media program. Okay. Statistic the more the media is aware, there's more of media awareness, the more will be people aware about what is happening with the environment and how we have to prevent or control it. Okay, so mass media plays a very important role in giving proper guidance or educating people about air pollution or about any kind of pollution. Statistical compile and publish. firstly, there should be a proper statistical compilation or a statistical survey, as in which area are highly polluted or which area are very less affected. So these statistical compilation has to be then published. Okay, आप एक बार जान दो कि कहाँ कहाँ कैसे environment affect कर रहा है, and then you publish it. Okay, having a proper survey about the area and to what rating it is being affected. Standards for air quality. Now the function of the central government is that there should be proper standard for air quality. So any air quality being affected or gone below the level of its standards, so in that case you say that there is a very high air pollution here. Okay, so this is how it can be measured. And then laboratories is they set the functions of the central government. Central board is to set up laboratories, जहाँ laboratories set up होंगी for the reason of checking the samples. Okay, कि what is the mixture in the substance that is creating air pollution, and to check such samples there are laboratories being set up, and the laboratories is being set up by the central board. Okay, then are the functions of the state board. Functions क्या है state board के? Advise the government, advise the state government. State जैसे central board central government को advise करती है, वैसे ही state board state government को advise करेगी. Execute the program. Execute which program? The program laid down by the central board. Okay. Disseminate information. Same way जैसे हमने central board में देखा था, information मिलनी चाहिए जिस भी कहाँ अगर anywhere if you see there's any pollution or any area being affected or any industries being affected. So in the same way, where there is any particular area in a state being affected, or or any person noticing that there is any mixture in any composition that can lead to air pollution being used by any industries, so such information has to be disseminated, has to be given to the state board. Okay. Collaborate with central board. State board का सबसे बड़ा function क्या है? That it works in collaboration with the central board. It follows all the guidelines set by the central board. Okay. To inspect the facilities. जहाँ जहाँ facilities दी गई हैं to industries, to people or to a locality or to a state, so keep inspecting that facilities that the facilities have been properly used or not. To inspect air pollution control areas. Air pollution control areas is those areas that you declare it that it will not, the rules are not, the board will not be all the activities set up or all the rules that are being set up will not be followed by them. They have their other set of rules, and just anybody can go and inspect from the state board anytime. So such inspection to the air pollution control areas, जब उनको लगता है सारा सर्वे करने के बाद कि ये सही है, then it can just keep a eye watch on such areas. Okay, but that doesn't allow, जैसे हमने कल किया था water pollution में, that doesn't give the liberty to industries to go and set up there and pollute it more. So and then standards, what standards have to be set up? So that functions is of the state board कि ये standard को cross नहीं करना चाहिए air pollution. Advise on suitability of industry. Advise on suitability of industry is that what kind of industries will be suitable that will keep the environment air polluted free. So then that advice will be given by the state board, and in what area the industry should be located, that will be taken care by the state board. Guiding the people who are setting up industries that to keep an industrial zone altogether differently in a state. Okay. Then any function entrusted by the state government, that will be done by the state board. And lastly, laboratories. Same as the center had its laboratories, state board will have its own laboratories, wherein all the testing of samples will be done to find out that till what level the air has been polluted. Okay. Then we come to prevention and control of air pollution. Okay. So when we talk about प्रिवेंशन एंड कंट्रोल ऑफ एयर पोल्यूशन, उसमें फर्स्ट इज पावर टू डिक्लेयर एयर पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल एरियाज। अब एयर पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल एरियाज कौन से हैं? सेक्शन 19 ऑफ द एक्ट गिव्स पावर टू द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट।
Hello.
या
Ma'am, point number 9, it says any function entrusted by state government.
या
So could you explain it elaborately?
पेज नंबर 9।
Not page number, point number 9.
ओके, एनी फंक्शन एंट्रस्टेड बाय द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट। हाँ, तो स्टेट बोर्ड जैसे सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, अगर सेंट्रल बोर्ड की हम बात करें तो whatever central government declares, the central board has to follow the same way। अगर जो भी फंक्शन स्टेट बोर्ड के होते हैं तो वो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट whatever function is being entrusted, supposingly any act that is being passed or any act that is being amended, so that is amended by the government and not by the board। ओके, तो ये जो इलेक्शंस होते हैं जो हमने किया था लास्ट लेक्चर में, जब बोर्ड सेटअप होती है स्टेट बोर्ड, तो इनके मेंबर्स सेंट्रल और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ही डिक्लेयर करते हैं। So when the declaration is by the members, so any function, if it is given to be followed to the state board, so that has to be followed by the state board.
Okay.
Suppose agar there's some act that has been passed in the state, okay, and then in that case, if there's some information that is coming out to the state government, okay, so in that case it will have a functions to be given to the state board, that since you, the state board, have the power to look after the environment and the related matters, so in that case it is your utmost duty and it is only the functions that I can give you, state government will say। so in that case state government अपने से functions entrust कर सकता है, दे सकता है state board को to follow it। Am I clear?
Okay.
Control areas. Section 19 of the Act gives power to state government to declare any areas within the state as pollution control area. State government can also alter, extend or reduce any air pollution control area. Okay? मतलब स्टेट फर्स्टली ये एक पावर क्या देता है कि अगर किसी भी एरिया को आपको एयर पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल एरिया बनाना है, so that can be done under section 19 by the state government. It can also alter any of the control area, or it can extend it or reduce it. Okay, alter, extend or reduce is that if it feels that so much of the part is only the, तो अगर बहुत थोड़ा सा पार्ट है जो कि एयर पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल एरिया में है, तो दैट लिटिल पार्ट कैन बी कंसिडर्ड। or when it talks about any area to be altered or to be reduced, okay, to reduce any area that in such a case this area is reduced and now it is only the leftover area that is to be considered as air pollution control area. So any alteration, any extent, or even if it has to extend, that it is beyond the area of the state, so in that case that can be done and it should be within the state, okay। तो खाली वो एरिया एक्सटेंड होनी चाहिए। So in such a case, any alteration, any extend or any reduce can be done by the state government. State government also has a power to declare a new air pollution control area and merge one or more existing air pollution areas into a new area. अब state government क्या कर सकता है? Firstly, it can declare any new pollution control area where it feels that this is the area where this has to be a proper control. So that can be done, and along with that, declaring any pollution control area, it can also merge. Suppose to make the functioning easy, state for the state board, it can start with or it can merge with any two pollution control areas. Okay, state government may prohibit use of fuel which are not approved and causes pollution within 3 months of notification. अगर किसी फ्यूल को अप्रूव नहीं किया है स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने, ओके, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट हैज नॉट अप्रूव्ड इट and in spite the state government not approving it, there is still the usage of that fuels in any industry or any place. So in that case, within 3 months of notification, there will be a prosecution and it has to be prohibited completely. Okay. State government may direct that no unapproved appliance shall be used in the premise. So that any approved thing, okay, जो भी state government से approval मिला है उसकी appliances use कर सकते हैं premises में. State government may prohibit use of fuels, okay, and it may also direct unapproved appliances shall not be used in the premises. That कोई भी unapproved appliances जो state government ने approve नहीं किया है, that should not be allowed in the premises. State government may prohibit burning of articles if it is likely to cause air pollution. जैसे हमने burning of wood बोला, forest fires तो ठीक है, naturally. If there's burning of wood, so such kind of any burning of articles that is causing air pollution is completely prohibited by the state government. So the question when somebody asks state government कैसे functions ये करता है, तो ये state government ने जो सारे functions बताए हैं, okay, all the functions that has been given by the state board when entrusted, state government when entrusted to the state board, it will look after all these functions, that the functions entrusted has been properly done or not. Okay. Then second is your power regarding emission from automobile. State government, when it deems necessary, gives instruction to concerned authority. Okay, किसको? जो कि registration करता होगा motor vehicles को. For what? It is for the standards for emission. क्या standard of emissions है automobiles में? Okay. So here मतलब automobile से beyond the standards, the effluent should not be, or the smoke should not be beyond the set standards from the automobile. State government, when it deems necessary, give instructions to concerned authority in charge of registration of motor vehicles under the Motor Vehicles Act 1939 to ensure that, किसलिए? To ensure that standards for emission of air pollutants from automobiles let down by the board under the act are complied with. मतलब जितने भी automobiles related जो standards set हैं, whatever the standards have been set are properly complied with. And whatever the state government has declared has to be followed in compilation with the laws that have been set up. Okay. Then restrictions on use of industrial plants. Section 21. No person can, without previous consent of the state board, establish or operate any industrial plant in an air pollution control area. Okay? क्यों? क्योंकि air pollution control area में हमें और air pollute नहीं करना. So बिना previous consent के state board के industrial plant setup नहीं हो सकता. For obtaining the consent, an application has to be made to the state board. Okay? अगर फिर भी उसके बाद भी anybody wants to apply, so in that case, they have to make an application to the state board. Now, how does this application work? After considering the application, अगर एक बार application check किया state board ने, made to it and making such inquiry as it may deem fit, the state board must within 4 months by an order in writing and recording reasons for the same grant its consent subject to conditions, or can approve it for a specified time only, or it may refuse its consent. Now first, पहले तो कोई भी एयर पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल एरिया में इंडस्ट्री नहीं सेटअप करेगा. अगर in spite of that if somebody wants to, they have to first obtain a consent from the state board. Now after receiving the application and after considering all the terms and conditions and after setting up the conditions, within 4 months, firstly it can approve it, the state board can approve it. Secondly, can approve it for a specified time, and thirdly it can just reject the plea. Okay, reject the say that any person wants to set up an industry. Okay, so it can refuse it. Then once the consent granted, okay, अगर in case अगर consent दे दिया कि okay you can set up an industry in a pollution control area, so after that which condition has to be complied with? First is your specified control equipment should be installed and operated in industrial premises. मतलब कि जो भी इक्विपमेंट है that has to be firstly specified, okay, and that has to be operated and installed in the industrial premises. So you all can mark specified control equipment. Second, such equipment be kept in good running conditions always. Okay, जो specified control equipment है, they should be in a good condition because these are the equipments that can have a good control on air pollution. Then third is your chimney of the approved specification. Chimney of the approved specification should be erected in the premises. Chimney हमें बचा सकते हैं. It can be a bit of savior for it to avoid air pollution. So such chimney which is approved by the state government, by the state board of the approved specification should be erected in such premises. And the fourth is other conditions specified by the board should be complied with. और बाकी जो भी state ने board ने बोला that has to comply. These are the conditions for the person who has got the consent of setting up an industry. Okay, we'll discuss again. First हमारा part to declare air pollution control areas. उसमें section 19 stated that state government किसी को भी declare कर सकता है air pollution control area, किसी को भी कभी भी extend, alter or it can be reduced as well. Okay, it can also merge to pollution control free areas, and then it can prohibit the use of fuel and prohibit the use of appliances that are not approved, and can also prohibit burning of articles. Okay, then came your part regarding emissions from automobiles. Emission of automobiles कौन देखेगा? There has to be a set standard, and the person in charge of the registration motor vehicles, he'll look after that the automobiles do not cross the set standards. Okay. Then you have restriction on use of industrial plant. Firstly, section 21 says that no person is allowed to set up an industry in a pollution control area. In spite of that, if he wants to, he has to make an application to the state board. State board, after seeing into the application, and if it finds or deems fit, it may within 4 months, after writing reasons and recording it, either grant the approval or either approve it for specified time, or it may completely refuse it. Now if it grants it, the conditions are: first, there has to be specified control equipment being installed. Now the specified control equipment that has been installed has to be kept in a very good running condition. Third, the chimney approved specified should be erected in the premises. That is, the chimney which has been approved by the state board or the state government has to be erected in the premises, and other conditions as specified by the board should be complied with. Okay. Then comes here section 22. No person operating in any industrial plant in any area pollution control in any air pollution control area can discharge or be permitted to discharge the emission of any air pollutant in excess of standards laid down by the state board. Now, what is if अगर सेटअप हो गई इंडस्ट्रियल प्लांट, ओके, एयर पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल एरिया में, if the consent has been given after the condition and there is a setup of industry, so your section 22 says that no person should pollute there should be an emission of air pollutant in excess of standards that has been laid down by the state board. मतलब state board ने जो standard set किए हुए हैं, that standard only has to be followed. Okay, and if it goes beyond it, then again it is the state government or the state board has a right to abate the company. Okay, or ask the company to stop its working or shift its company, or any kind of decisions can be taken. Section 22A. The board may make an application to court for restraining person from emitting air pollutants, and court may such order as it deems fit. Okay, so here जब भी बोर्ड को लगता है कि ऐसा कोई एक्ट हो रहा है जहाँ पे it is crossing the companies are not in the hands of the state board or there is no control over it and still the emission continues and there is a air pollution, then in that case makes an application to the court, or court passes an order of restraint, मतलब stoppage. In that order, direct the concerned person, मतलब जो factory or company का whoever is the concerned person of that industry, direct the person to desist from taking such action likely to cause emission, to stop that person from taking that action that is the action that is likely to cause emission of air pollution. Second is provide that if such directions are not complied with, okay, if the directions are not complied with, court would authorize the board to implement directions given by the court, and implementation expenses will be bared by or recoverable from the concerned person. Okay. Now, if the directions which are being given by the court are still not complied with, okay, अभी भी comply नहीं हुआ है, so in that case, what the court will do is, court will authorize the board to implement the directions, and in that case, अगर कोई भी emission हो रहा है, extra emission हो रहा है air pollution में, so in that case, the state board will try its best possibility to avoid it. In spite of that, it is not being done, then it will go to the court, filing a case against that industry. Now that industry will first ask the company to stop that emission and direct and taking any care, and direct the concerned person of the industries from taking any action that is causing air pollution. And the second thing is that it will also provide directions to the state board, that whatever implementation, if it is not being carried out by the industries in spite of the court saying, then it is the state board's duty to make sure by incurring all the cost to restore the environment, okay, to the fullest, and then to later bear the expenses or recover the expenses from the concerned person, जैसे land areas के तरीके में, or any kind of tax can be levied on the individual and the amount can be recovered. Okay. The unforeseen act or event, the emission of any air pollutant into the atmosphere in excess of the prescribed standard occurs or is likely to occur. The person in charge of the premises must forthwith intimate such fact to the state board or to the prescribed authorities or agencies. Okay. Whoever is a prescribed authority or agencies, to them they can just go and intimate about the emission of any air pollutant into the atmosphere. On receipt of such information, the board or the authority or agency must, as early as possible, cause such remedial measures to be taken as may be necessary to mitigate the emission of such air pollutant. मतलब firstly, if we feel that any air pollution, okay, any emission is entering into the air and touching it, so it is the utmost duty of the individual to whose knowledge this comes to go and give this knowledge or give this information to the state board or the authorized people, and they will take an action against it, and so that the necessary emission, the measures are such that all the necessary emission of air pollutants is being considered. Okay. The expenses incurred for such remedial measures along with interest at such reasonable the state government can be recovered from the concerned person as areas of land revenue or public demand. So और जितना भी cost incur हुआ है इसको ठीक करने में, that has to be borne back by the person who was liable for it or the concerned person, and if not given by the concerned person, it can also be recovered through areas of land revenue or through public demand. Okay. Then you have powers of entry and inspection. Entry and inspection, जैसे हमारा state board में था कि any person can go and enter and inspect जो state board से authorized हो. Okay. So it is same as water pollution. Power to obtain information. Part to obtain information is that every person, okay, every person has been empowered rather with a duty to give all the information to the state board, and state board has a power to obtain all the information, so that with the power it has also the right to go and inspect the places where they feel that, or where there's an information which given that the occupier is carrying on with any kind of emission or in air pollution. For the purpose carrying out the functions entrusted to it, the state board or any officer empowered by it may call for any information from the occupier or any other person carrying on an industry or operating any control equipment or industrial plant. So whenever the state government feels fit or has got any information, it can obtain the further information from the industrial, concerned person or the occupier of the industrial plant. Such information includes information as regards the type of air pollutants emitted into the atmosphere and the level of emission of such pollutant, the state board or an authorized officer. So here is कौन से level of emission हो रहा है and to what level it is being pollute. So that how bad it is affecting the environment, that has to be known. The state board or an authorized officer also has a right to inspect the premises for the purpose of verifying the correctness of such information. So now the state, after obtaining the information, the state board also has a right to inspect the premises. Okay? जहाँ पे ये हो रहा है वो premises को भी he can go and inspect to find out exactly what is the matter. Okay? Now part to take samples. It is the same way as it was in water pollution. The act empowers the state board or an officer empowered to it to take samples of air emission from any chimney. Okay? जैसे हम लोग ने water pollution में कोई भी effluent का part or any from the outlet. So here it is from any chimney, it can take a part of it and flue or duct or any other outlet for the purpose of analysis. It can take a sample from anywhere, from a chimney, from a flue, from a duct or from an outlet. The result of analysis of such a sample are not admissible as evidence in any legal proceedings unless the following conditions specified by. So here जब एडमिसिबल कैसे नहीं होता है, जैसे कल मैंने बताया था कि इफ द ऑक्यूपायर इज नॉट साइनिंग, सो व्हाई विल ही नॉट साइन? बिकॉज देन इट विल बी नॉट लीगली एडमिसिबल इन द कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ. सो इन दैट केस the person authorized by the laboratory just signs it by saying that it is without the consent. Consent is not being given by the occupier. Okay. So the person taking the sample must, मतलब उसको properly legally authorized होने के लिए कौन से conditions हैं? The occupier, that is a person in charge of or having the control over the plant or vessel or in occupation of place, or his agent, notice then and there in the prescribed form of his intention to have it to analyze. So अगर कोई बिना notice serve किए sample नहीं दे सकते, so first it has to serve notice. Then, in presence of the occupier or his agent, collect a sample. Collect a sample in presence of occupier and the agent, and then cause the sample to be placed in the container and marked, sealed, and also signed by person taking the sample as well as occupier or his agent. Same as we discussed yesterday. Send without delay the containers to the laboratory established by the state board of the act, or if so requested by the occupier's agent, to the laboratory established or specified under section 28 of the act. Okay. Now what is section 28 of the act? मतलब कौन से cases में हम if recognized laboratory में नहीं भेज के यहाँ भेजेंगे? When a sample of any sewage or trade effluent is taken for analysis and despite notice the occupier of his agent willfully absent himself, all the present refuses to sign the sealed containers, the container or the container that will be set for analysis to the laboratory established or specified under section 28 of the act. Okay? यार मतलब ये section 28 of the act में कब जाएगा? वो laboratories में जाएगा जहाँ की हमें approval नहीं मिल रहा है. Wherein we are not getting the approval of the occupier, then it will go to the laboratory specified under section 28. However, in such a case, the person taking the sample must inform the government analyst in writing about the willful absence of the occupier or his agent or his refusal to sign the container or containers, as the case may be. Okay? Now after the sample is sent to the laboratory, so first यहाँ पे था कि laboratories में भेजेंगे, one is signed and sealed, and if it is not signed by the occupier, it will under section 28 go to a laboratory wherein there will be a reason mentioned that it has not been willfully signed by the occupier. Now after the sample is sent to the laboratory for analysis, the analyst appointed under the act analyzes the sample and submits a report of such analysis in the prescribed form to the state board. एक बार हो गया तो analysis क्या करेगा? State board को it will give the report of it, and such report is to be submitted in triplicate. One copy of the report is sent to the state board, and to the occupier or his agent, and the second is to be preserved for production before the court in case of any legal proceedings, and the third copy is retained by the state government. One will be sent by the state board to the occupier. One is for the occupier, second is for the legal proceedings, and third is to be retained by the state board. Has to keep it to itself. If the occupier or his agent has willfully absent himself or has refused to sign the container, the cost of the analysis are payable by such occupier or his agent, and in case of his default, such an amount can be recovered from him as arrears. So now when he is not willfully ready to sign, then in that case, whatever the cost is incurred has to be borne by him to land revenue or public demand. Okay? Now power to give direction. Section 31 of the Act, notwithstanding anything contained, don't read all this, 1 second. Mark from central government, a board may, in its exercise of its powers and functions, issue directions in writing to any person, officer or authority, and such person, officer or authority is bound to comply with the directions. Directions कौन दे रहा? जो provisions of Air Act में दिए हैं वो. Such power includes what? Power to direct closure, या तो closure, prohibition or regulation of any industry, operation of process, or stoppage of regulation of supply of electricity, water or any service. ठीक है? Firstly, it will prohibit the regulation of an industry, operation of process, and second, it will stoppage its electricity, water and other services. This also we are done in water pollution. Okay? Offences and penalties में last line. Whoever does the following act is punishable with the imprisonment which may extend to 3 months or with a fine with up to 10,000 or both. This is not that important also. If penalties you all don't remember, that is okay. Offences by companies, same as we did in water pollution. अगर companies ने कोई भी offence किया है, so the director, manager, company secretary will be liable if it is proved that it was with their consent. But if it is proved that they have taken all due diligence and care, and in spite of that there is a mishappening or the act has been incurred, so in such case it will not be they will not be held liable for it. The key managers will be liable for any offences by the companies. Okay. Then offences by the government departments. Government departments, if they are doing any offences, the concerned people, if they have taken all the due diligence, then they will not be held liable. And if it is with their consent, in that case they will be held liable. Okay. And bar jurisdiction, mark down cognizance of offences is where the Act deals with circumstances in which a court can take cognizance of an offence under the Act. These provisions are identical to corresponding provisions. The same way, if it is a cognizable offence, so in that case, same as Water Act, the Air Act also will consider the cognizance of offence by the industries is continuously in the state of polluting the environment. So that will come under your cognizance of offences. Okay. Bar of jurisdiction. Act provides for bar of jurisdiction of civil courts to which a reference may be made. So your bar of jurisdiction is that civil court cannot interfere in these matters. Okay. We are done with the chapter.